Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, is Tesla's Cybertruck coming to an end? It certainly does not seem to be going well. Quartz has this fresh story here. Cybertruck sales tanked 62.6% in Q3 this year. That's right. They say Cybertruck sales plunged as the rest of the EV market surged. We've got some figures to show you what happened there in this EV truck market, emerging market, suggesting Tesla's flashiest project is becoming its weakest link. And The Verge says here Tesla Cybertruck sales are flatlining. Things are so bad, Elon Musk is selling them to himself. What do they mean by that? Electric has the story here. Elon Musk, SpaceX, and XAI are buying Tesla's unsold Cybertrucks. That's right. They're selling them to his own companies. Although companies do have fleets of their own vehicles, but it seems to be a lot and at a time when they're being unsold. And here we look back at 2021, December 2021, this post about the Cybertruck from an evangelical Tesla influencer, James Catt. The truck that will eviscerate Detroit. Cybertruck is the figurative bogeyman, Jim Farley, that he's from Ford, CEO of Ford, and it's coming. And they won't only build 40K a year like your F-150s. Now, Sawyer Merritt, one of the evangelicals here, posted this without comment, really. It's hard to put a spin on this. EV pickup sales in the US in Q3 2025, according to new Cox Auto data. So that's where it comes from. It's reliable data, known to be. That's why people look to it. Ford F-150 Lightning. So this is the EV version, plus 39% year on year at 10,000. So that is the leader here. Next comes Tesla Cybertruck with almost half that amount, and that's minus 62% year on year. As I said, next one is Chevy Silverado EV, nearly 4,000 there, and that's plus 97%. So you can see the competition that Tesla influencers were laughing at. Where's the competition? The competition is coming, haha. Well, guess what? The competition is well and truly here. GMC Sierra EV, 3,374 plus 77% a year. Rivian is 2,300, not so many, and that's plus 13% a year. So you can see there's more variety, more choice going on, and Tesla's Cybertruck is not turning out to be the blockbuster that Elon really predicted. He was saying 250,000 a year or even more than that, and it's not looking anything like that. Is this the end for Cybertruck? Can they keep on manufacturing it? For Elon just to save face here. It was really his baby. He had control over the design, the engineering. He's had a lot of problems. And here we have this. The explanation is that Tesla cannot sell them to anyone else. Duh. So this is Joe Tegmeyer, who is an evangelical influencer, says if you come to Starbase, it's impossible not to see a Cybertruck. In fact, you will see hundreds of them. I have had many people ask me today what is going on. So here's a short video providing the explanation. In short, this is a win-win for SpaceX, Tesla, even the Boring Company, and XAI. Well, Elon does have a lot of companies with a lot of staff, and how many Cybertrucks can they buy to make the figures look good? Can they buy, can they try and match the 10,000? Can they buy 5,000 like a quarter to keep up? And here we go back to this article. What's this all about? About it tanking 62.6%, a massive amount. Let's see what the article says here. The Cybertruck was supposed to be Tesla's flex, a stainless steel symbol of Elon Musk's unflinching futurism. But instead, the pickup's luster is continuing to wear thin. No kidding, it really is. The decline came as the broader US EV market posted its stronger quarter on record. Sales up nearly 30% to 438,000 vehicles. Now, we're talking about the US here. Of course, the Cybertruck isn't available in most countries, partly because the safety regulations won't allow it on roads for many reasons. There's been some talk about the unbreakable windows as well. More on that in a minute, because that's turning out to be dangerous after an accident, not in an accident, but after it. And same with the doors, unable to open the doors, that sort of thing. I'll get to that in a moment, because there's a story about that. I've already done one video on this. Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm to spread it to more people. It really does help. Thanks. Now, here's something on the market share. Tesla still commands about 41% of the EV market, but its share has slipped from nearly half last year. And the company's stainless steel pickup is the biggest drag on its lead. So, are they going to can the Cybertruck? This is the big question. I don't see how they can keep it up. Obviously, Elon's trying to, sell it to wherever he can. There were talk of U.S. government contracts when he was doing Doge. That was caught out. That he's trying to sell them to the government. That's one option. His own company's buying them. That seems to be at the moment. Selling them overseas doesn't seem to be a big thing, and they're so expensive. He did say that they're going to be 40,000 when they first came out, but that has turned out not to be the case. They have got a wee bit less expensive since they came out, but they were 100,000. And people say, a lot of the Tesla influencers say how wonderful it is, but people just aren't buying them. From the Cybertruck to the long promised robotaxi are proving harder to scale than to hype. So we haven't heard much about the robotaxi in the last couple of months since, the fanfare, the smoke and mirrors fanfare. Now it says here, when Musk unveiled the Cybertruck back in 2019, its 39,990 price tag, Blade Runner aesthetic, and millions of pre-orders looked like a dare to Detroit. Yes, that number. Elon did say that in the unveiling. I've shown that many times in videos. He did say that people were kind of euphoric about that price, and then it came out to be starting at 100,000 or so. The cheapest version now starts at 60,000. Okay, it's come down quite a lot, but still. And early adopters are discovering that the attention-grabbing angles don't make for a particularly practical ride. So 60,000. I mean, if that has come down quite a lot, but people still don't want them. And that's pretty telling, really, isn't it? Okay, we have here, let's see, the other problem I was talking about here. Tesla backlash erupts as Cybertruck crash leaves students trapped and burned alive. So I did do one video about this. This is the damage report reporting on this. It was terrible, and this is a problem that Tesla's going to fix. They're going to re-engineer the manual release of the door handles. If you don't know it's the problem, let's just see what this video says.
Unfortunately, we have yet another Tesla tragedy, yet another Cybertruck specific tragedy, and this involves 3 students who were reportedly burned alive after the doors to their Tesla Cybertruck malfunctioned and trapped them inside the vehicle. You can see the pictures of the 3 who perished here. Krista Sukahara, Jack Nelson, Soren Dixon. There was a 4th individual who thankfully and miraculously survived, but these 3 did not. And there's lawsuits now. We're gonna give you the details on that. Krista Sukahara's parents are suing the company as onlookers were unable to remove her from the car as it burned. The 19-year-old was riding in the backseat of a Cybertruck along with Jack Nelson while Soren Dixon was driving. The vehicle smashed into a retaining wall in a tree at high speed in a San Francisco Bay Area suburb and burst into flames on 27th of November last year. Now, they are not blaming the parents and the survivors. They're not blaming that the car crashed because it's a Tesla, although that has also been a massive problem. And there apparently was alcohol and drugs involved in this. The issue specifically is the door design, which has been the cause of so many disasters for various Teslas, and in particular the Cybertruck, in that they have these doors that open or shut with the push of a button, and the latches rely on a 12-volt battery separate from the high voltage battery that drives the electric motor of the Cybertruck. So if the crash or the damage from a crash severs the connection to the power, the door doesn't function. And there is technically like a manual release, but everything with the Cybertruck is not based around function. It's based around, does it look cool to the lamest man on the planet?
Okay, so they're hard to find. That's the point, that the manual release is hard to find. If you don't know, if passengers don't know where they are, I mean, if you only got seconds to get out, these things are coming up quite often. They don't really make huge headlines, but people are being burnt alive in Teslas because of this. They can't get out after a crash. The electrics don't work, can't open the door, can't find the manual release. It's kind of hidden, especially in the back. If you don't know where it is, you're not going to read the manual there if you've got seconds to get out before smoke inhalation and then fire, which is essentially what's happening. So, it's just a terrible situation, and they are going to take steps to change it. But there are a lot of models before this that have had this problem that are still out there. So this is the situation. But anyway, is the Cybertruck going to last? Let me know what you think. Is it time to can it? Are they going to can it? Can they keep going on like this, only selling that many per quarter? Let me know what you think about this. And right now, I'm going to put a related video right below me here on screen. If you're watching on YouTube, we're on Spotify as well, by the way. Join us there if you want to. This video there over there is too. And do subscribe if you want to get more of these from me in the future. And do think about joining the channel. Hit the join button, see what that's all about. You get early access to videos and also priority reply to comments. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.